Hey, what's going on? Dr. Ganzuo Boogie here again, back for another update video. It's been about a week or 2 weeks since my last video. I've been busy mostly working on the short movie that me and my friends just finished, Rabbit Hole. And if you guys haven't checked that out, please go and check that out. Me and my friends put a ton of time and a lot of hard work into making that. And especially if you're a follower of my videos in any way, definitely try to take some time to check that out. I already saw that a lot of you guys did check it out, so that's awesome. And if any of you guys checked that out, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said before, we put a real lot of time into making this movie. We spent almost 5 months working on it, and me and all my friends all have different schedules, and we rarely get days off that we all had the day off, so it was really hard to find days to work on this movie, and I put a lot of extra time into making this too. I did a lot of the pre-production work with writing out the script and planning out what everything was going to be like, and I also starred in the movie basically as the main character, and not only that, I co-directed the movie with my good friend Joel, and I also did a lot of the post-production work after we were done. I edited the whole movie together, the audio and the video and everything. And I also just did everything else that needed to be done to get this movie done. So me and all my friends put a ton of work into this little short slasher movie that we put up, and it's called Rabbit Hole. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I'll leave the link in the description of this video if you guys haven't checked it out, and again, definitely check that out if you guys haven't seen it. Just if you guys want to run down on the basic plot, it's about two friends who go to this old farmhouse. One of the friends inherited it from his grandmother after she died, and slowly as they start to look around the house, they realize that they're not alone in this house, and it just escalates from there. And I think it's a really fun little short movie. We put a lot of influences in it from all of our favorite horror movies, and we just had a blast making it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it. But other than that, that is all I have to say about the Rabbit Hole movie project, and I hope all you guys who have checked it out have enjoyed it. And also, I'm going to be putting out a DVD of it eventually. I don't know when that will be done because I have to buy the discs and the cases, and I have to get the artwork laid out and print that out also. So that's a whole nother project. But when I do have the DVD out, we were probably going to give out probably 5 or 6 copies for free. So if anybody's interested in a copy of it, let me know either in this video or send me a message. And we're not going to have that many copies, so if you do want a copy, let me know. And like I said, we're probably going to hand out like 5, maybe 6 copies for free. So let me know if anybody's interested in getting a copy, because that would be really cool and all that stuff. So, alright, but that's enough about Rabbit Hole now. And next up, I'll show you guys all the stuff that I picked up recently. I picked up some really cool stuff over the past couple weeks. I only got one Blu-ray to show here, but I have a nice little stack of DVDs, and I also have a VHS tape that I picked up at a thrift store. But I'm just going to get going here. First off with the Blu-ray, and this is probably one of my favorite Blu-rays in my collection right now, and this is the Army of Darkness 3-disc special edition put out by Scream Factory. And I just love everything about this Blu-ray. Just really, really awesome stuff here. Probably my favorite Scream Factory DVD in my collection right now. And this is really cool because it comes with a bunch of different cuts of the movie. It comes with the theatrical cut, the director's cut, the international cut, which I've never seen, and also the television version. So this is definitely the definitive way to get the Army of Darkness movies on Blu-ray for sure. I can't think of any other, any reason you wouldn't want to pick this up if you're a fan of the Evil Dead series. And so far, I haven't actually watched too much of these on here yet, because I actually, around Halloween time, I watched Army of Darkness a couple times. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And but I did actually check out the director's cut of this, which is so much better than the Anchor Bay release quality-wise. If you guys have ever seen the Anchor Bay release of the director's cut of Army of Darkness, the extra scenes they cut in to make it the director's cut are a way different quality than the rest of the footage, and it just really stands out. And I would say in a way it sort of ruins the experience of watching the director's cut, so I was really glad that there's finally a really nice version of the director's cut out. I would say the quality probably isn't as well as like the theatrical cut of this, but the quality on it was still really good. But I did watch the director's cut with the commentary on there, and the commentary was from Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and Ivan Raimi, and the commentary was really cool too. And I also watched a few of the documentaries on here about the making of the movie. And again, this is just a really, really awesome set. And if you guys haven't seen the inside of this, I'll just really quickly show you guys what the discs and the inside of this looks like. And that's the front cover of this, the same as the slip. Then inside you got the first disc there, the second and the third disc. Just great artwork too on the disc. Just an awesome set. One of my favorite Blu-rays in my collection for sure right now. Army of Darkness 3-disc special edition. Okay, next up here we have some DVDs. First off, we have Conga. This is a gorilla or ape movie from the 60s. I'm guessing this is probably, just a cheesy, low-budget horror movie type thing. But lately I've been trying to pick up just random King Kong-related stuff. So I figured I would pick this one up. And I've only seen this in a 2-pack, like one of those midnight movie 2-packs. So I've never seen this one separate like this. And I saw it at a thrift store for a couple bucks, so I figured why not pick it up. Pretty cool artwork on that too. Alright, next up here I have a couple Goosebumps releases. This is How I Got My Shrunken Head. So I've been trying to add to my Goosebumps collection and some of my past updates, if you've seen them. I'm trying to collect all these older editions that use the Scholastic book covers as the DVD artwork, because I think they really look nice and they remind me of Goosebumps when I was reading the books when I was younger. So really like these designs, these DVD releases with the old book covers on them. And I also picked up the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Really cool right here. And I was watching a bunch of these around Halloween time, and I might actually save some of these to watch again around Halloween time next year. Probably my favorite time of the year to watch Goosebumps is around Halloween time. Okay, and then picked this up. This is actually a Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love this movie. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. I remember having the VHS tape, just being obsessed with it. So I'm really glad to pick this one up. I actually used to have another edition of this. It was like a newer release put out I think last year around Christmas time. I picked it up at Walmart. But this is the original DVD release of it in the red case, and it also comes with the insert. So I just felt like I needed to get the older original release of it, just because, like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, which may sound a little ridiculous because there's a lot of really good Christmas movies out there, and I'd say this one's a little bit more cheesy and stuff, but I really like this one. I just have a ton of fun watching it, and it's very, very nostalgic to me. Good stuff here. Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Alright, and then next up here, I actually have a pretty good stack of Elvira stuff. I went to FYE probably sometime last week, and somebody must have sold a big chunk of their Elvira collection because they had a huge stack of Elvira stuff for use there. And they had a deal going on: buy 2 used DVDs, you get 1 for free. So I took advantage of that, and I tried to get as many of these Elviras as I could. So I actually ended up only picking up 5 of these, because I got that Jingle All the Way for free with that deal, actually. So I'll show you guys the ones I ended up picking up. And these are actually not the original 80s movie Macabre series. This is like one of the reboots from the 2000s. I think this series came out in like 2010, 2011, but I'm not sure. So when I first picked these up, I was actually hoping they were like the 80s old school Elvira movie Macabre, because that's my favorite thing she ever did, was her older movie Macabre show. But when I popped these in and started watching them, I realized that they were a lot newer. They were from just probably like 5 6 years ago, something like that. But they're still a lot of fun because Elvira is still awesome, and they kept in the same spirit of the old show. So I had a lot of fun watching these still. So this is the first one I picked up. This is a 4-pack that comes with 4 movies, and this is the Bloody Madness collection. Oh, and this comes with a Bucket of Blood, The Killer Shrews, Manos, The Hands of Fate, and Don't Look in the Basement, which is really cool. I've actually never seen any of those, and Bucket of Blood is a Roger Corman production, and Roger Corman's one of my favorite director, producer, movie creators, whatever. He's one of my favorites, and I actually just watched that one recently, the Elvira version of that, and that was actually a decent Roger Corman film too. I thought that was pretty good. And if you guys have never seen anything with Elvira, she's like a horror hostess. She hosts a show, and as you're watching the movie, sometimes she pops up and makes little jokes about the movie, and also there's like little skits in between that she does too, and it's just really fun to watch, especially the old school one from the 80s. Just a ton of fun. The Bloody Madness collection, and this is another 4-pack. This is the Giant Monsters collection. Really cool stuff here. This has the giant Gila monster on it, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Teenagers from Outer Space, and Monster from the Prehistoric Planet. So that's cool too. I'll have to get around to checking these out eventually also. And then I have a couple 2-packs that I picked up too. This one comes with the Terror and Iga, I think is how you pronounce that one right there. Terror is another classic Roger Corman production. I got that one on Blu-ray. And this one comes with the Brain That Wouldn't Die and the Manster. I've actually seen an episode of Mystery Science Theater 2000 or 3000, whatever that show is called, with the Brain That Wouldn't Die, and that was pretty funny too. I'm actually not the biggest fan of that show, as you guys can tell that I can't even remember the name, but that is a pretty cool show those guys did. I remember watching it on Sci-Fi back in the day. Really cool stuff here. And then last but definitely not least, this is the Christmas special one, which I definitely was excited about getting this one because Christmas is creeping around the corner. So I definitely plan on watching this around Christmas time. This comes with Santa Claus Conquers the Martians and Beast from the Haunted Cave. And this really cool, Santa Claus Conquers the Martian, classic B science fiction cheese fest, and the Beast from the Haunted Cave I've never seen, but from the back of here, it says it has like a snow beast in it, so it's another like, you know, snow winter movie sort of, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool that they tried to pair two wintry Christmas things together. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching this 2-pack around Christmas time. And then last here for this update video is a VHS tape, and the only tape I have to show here, and this is the Mighty Kong. And like I mentioned before, lately I've been trying to just collect random King Kong stuff. Not sure why, but for the past few months or so now, I've been just trying to pick up some random King Kong stuff. Big fan of the original King Kong movie, just an all-time classic, one of the best ever. But this is the Mighty Kong. This is a Warner Brothers production. And this came out in the late 90s, 97. I actually think I might remember watching this when I was younger too. Can't remember, but when I pop it in and check it out again, I might be reminded of this. But this is like an animated musical version of it for kids of the King Kong story. So I thought this was pretty cool. I remember seeing this at a thrift store probably a couple months ago, and I was going to pick it up, but I passed on it, and then when I went back to buy it, it wasn't there anymore, and so when I saw it there again, I figured I should pick it up. So here it is, the Mighty Kong. That cheesy grin on his face right there. So that is cool stuff right there also. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, definitely try to check out Rabbit Hole, and if you already have checked out Rabbit Hole, thanks for checking that out, and thanks for checking out this video also, and I'll see you guys next time.